Well, today was just one of those fucking days, man, where I wanted to take my phone and fucking smash it into a million pieces. Uh, Pretty nasty day. I'm gonna bet most people watching this, if you traded this morning, you probably got smoked too. It was just like an ugly first 20, 30 minutes of market open. And I saw like everyone got wrecked on the exact same trades I took, and I ain't even mad about it. Like, I haven't had like an actual like statistically sound losing day in a while. Like today, 100%. I should have won, but I just lost. Like, it was just statistics, right? Like, you're not gonna win all of them. Like these other days here, I didn't make a video yesterday because I was super busy, but I did take a loss in Asia and then a loss in New York for $1,000. Um, I was working 10 hours, came home, gym, family dinner, got home late, and I was like, I didn't have the energy or the want to make a video about that because it was like a long time past, couldn't even remember any of it at that point. But I did lose 1,000 yesterday and lost 1,000 today. Overall, on the week, we're still looking good, up $2,000, but the balance has dropped significantly lower. So we'll have to probably wait till next week to get a payout. Well, not probably. We're gonna have to wait till next week. Hopefully midweek though. I only need one more winning day. I just need to get some more profit. But yeah, $1,000 loss across three accounts. I did take a loss in Asia the other day on my combines, but I made it back last night. So these two accounts only need $1,000 to pass, and then these three are obviously sitting at the same balance. But today I took one trade pre-market here, and I added a shit ton on that. I added like seven, something like that. That one ended up going break even. I switched to minis because I was so damn confident in this trade. This one runs in profit, break even, and then this one just bullshit stop out, man. But let's get into it. So today was NFP, so obviously we're gonna have a monster candle coming into the open. And when I say like textbook trade, guys, like I don't get it super often, but like today was textbook as it fucking gets, and that's why I was just a piss off. But this was the NFP candle here, so this is gonna be your data low, and we kind of like had a wick like before it too that was like pretty big. So like I kind of like counted that in as well. Like it's like NFP dropped like a minute early almost. Because between the two candles we went like 150 points. And on the higher time frame here, let's see if my Wi-Fi is gonna work. Oh God, it's been happening every time now. There we go. On the higher time frame, on the 4 hour, we had this unmitigated fair value gap, and like this is what I'm saying, guys. Once you guys see this in a second, like this trade, my God, it was so beautiful, and it just did not play out at all. But we had those two 4 hour gaps. Like obviously we're still like back in an uptrend, but like the shorts were just like too good. And I know we have all these stacked highs here, but like, bro, like just wait to like piece this out a little bit for you guys. So we have this 4 hour unmitigated here, and we have two highs, session highs there, two session lows there, two session lows there, and then obviously those two like kind of data lows or one data low. And pre-market we come up and we take both of these highs here and we tap into this 4 hour and obviously respect it. So we get this pretty strong reaction, and I ended up entering just with one micro like pre-market because I've been liking some pre-market trades lately, low-key, and I did the same thing though. Again, I bitched out and I only went in one micro, and I ended up adding like crazy, which is why I went break even on this trade. But I pretty much caught the top of the move. If I would have just entered with some fucking size, I could have just stayed break even. I never would have got tapped out, and I would have hit full TP and caught a good amount of points. And obviously I was super strong to the downside today, but the fact that we had this giant unmitigated 15-minute gap and the fact that it was pre-market did scare me a little bit, so I only went in with 1 micro, and then I kind of added here, here, and a bunch in here. So my entry ended up moving down pretty damn low. So my entry ended up being like right about here, I believe, because I got taken out right on this candle. So my entry ended up being there, just above this 1 minute gap. And as soon as market opened, we just absolutely ripped up. Like, we come 37 points from hitting this data low, and then we just skyrocket off of this 1 minute gap, and I guess the 50-minute as well. But we're still respecting the 4 hours at this point, and we just skyrocket up, and I'm out break even on that one. And then I entered again. So this was like the most perfect trade. This one I'm telling you about, guys. Like, this one was fucking beautiful right here. This trade of the day, hands down. I know it was a loss. I don't often say the trade of the day is a loss, but like, this trade was just sexy. And actually, we hadn't created this 15-minute yet. We created this 5-minute up here. So I'm just gonna get rid of this 4-hour gap. We didn't end up breaking it at all. We stayed below it, but we create this 5-minute gap. We come up, we tap into it, and as we're tapping into it, this creates from top to bottom here. You can see this hits OTE to the fucking tick, right? So we're tapping into a 5-minute, it hits OTE to a tick. We're grabbing all these stop orders, like including my own from pre-market. And we had taken those highs before. We had very strong targets to the downside. We get a very, very strong displacement candle down here. I entered before this, but I'm just saying how good this looked. We get a 90-point candle there. And I know some people definitely entered after this candle. I actually got in a minute before it. I got in up here, and I had my stops just above this 5-minute gap, right there, and target obviously down to this low for just under a 1 to 3. And like I said, most people probably got in down here, considering that's when we got the 1-minute inversion. But I, like, once we tapped OTE and tapped on that 5-minute, I know our draws are super strong. I was in right away as soon as I saw the first red candle, and I got in there, and I'm sure you can see what happened here. I got in a bit lower on the wick, I guess, because I got taken out break even, so I guess it was a little bit less RR, but I got taken out right on that wick right there. So we dumped down, and then we just inverse everything except a bloody 2-minute gap in here, and then we just chopped around, man. Like, that setup was absolutely mint. And let's just say I didn't get taken out break even here, and I didn't put my stops to break even, because it was a pretty fast break even, don't get me wrong, because I was in with 1 mini, so I was kind of tweaking a little bit. But let's just say I don't go break even there. Like, chances are, like, depending on where my stop is, like, 90% of ICT traders are putting their stops at this wick here. Or like I said, you're not entering till down here, and you're having your stops here. We get this fucking scam candle with like this big ass wick, which most likely would have stopped me out at that point. Or if I didn't end up going break even here, I'm 100% going break even right here, and that would have been that. But that trade went break even. Mechanically, that was amazing. One of the best setups I've seen in a while. And we just fucked around for like almost an hour, just chopping in like 140 point range, up and down, up and down, up and down. Like you can't, like I don't care what you're trading, like you're not going to survive this kind of chop, or you're going to get 18 million break evens and then miss the move, which came out of nowhere, by the way, because I did enter one more time, and I think everyone and their mother took this trade. Like after we tap back in to the 5 minute, we also sweep out this past high here. Again, this trade looks absolutely A plus. Like we manipulate up higher past this high, and like ICT wise, this is perfect. Like we come back right back to the OT of the range, right, as you can see, and we tap into it. We almost tap into the 79% extension there, and we manipulate this high. We're still tapping into the 5 minute. We didn't even close in it. We get a very strong 1 minute inversion down after we inverse this giant candle, and I enter there. I mean, even if you entered up on the pullback of this wick, you're probably still fried. I enter here, and I kid you not, bro, I got stopped out by like a literal ball hair on this one, and that is kind of why I was so pissed off. Like my stops were like literally right there, and I know this candle went a little bit higher, but I got stopped out by like 8 points, bro. Like, because obviously I had my stops above this gap, and I thought I left enough room, but I guess not. And I get stopped by an absolute ball hair. There was no reason why we needed to even come up back here. And then, like, literally right as I get stopped out, we run full TP, which would have been about a $2,400 win, I think, or something like that. Or $2,300, and I think I was aiming down here, actually. Yeah, because I lost 1,000. It was like $2,300, something like that. And yeah, no inversions in here, nothing. We just don't grab a high. We don't tap back into a gap. We inverse this gap, and then we just dump down. So, I mean, people could have potentially taken longs here as well and then got fried. Like, this whole area was just an absolute mess. And I tell you, man, when I got stopped here and I watched it just go straight down, I was so mad. Like, I don't usually get pissed off when I'm trading when I take a loss, but like today I was furious, dude. Like, I was like, come on, man. Like, I literally top ticked it. First of all, I got screwed because I had to add. This second one is just A++, gets a fucking bullshit break even. And this third one, I get stopped out by an absolute ball hair, and it runs full TP right after. It's just like all three of the worst possible things that can piss you off while you're trading, all in the span of like I don't know, like 20 minutes, bro. I was just absolutely livid. And then I had to go on to work an 11-hour day, so I just a piss off altogether, man. But it is what it is. We didn't really go anywhere after that. It was kind of dog shit the rest of the day. But the original plan was to obviously catch these shorts and then catch longs off the low, which actually was a really good trade if you miss the shorts off the 1 minute inversion. Right here, you could have definitely got in there and just caught, like, you could have really pretty much targeted anywhere up to this kind of chop fest here. We didn't end up hitting back up to here, but you could have got a good amount of profit. An easy 1 to 3 here. A little bit choppy, don't get me wrong, but that was a pretty damn good trade off longs, considering we tapped into an hourly gap as well, and we swept those lows. Because obviously, guys, we're still bullish, but today it was just like super strong indicators to the downside, so that is why I was aiming for shorts. But the original plan was to win the shorts and then also win the longs, because I wanted to take a big payout today. And I was this close, man, because you already know I was 100% going to catch this long, because I was waiting for that. And I would have had money to play with if I caught this short. So it very well could have been a very big day if this little fucking wick didn't exist. and I was trading minis too, so it wasn't even like a micro wick, because I don't know if you guys know that, but the wicks on the micros are often bigger than the minis. So it had nothing to even do with that. I was trading the minis and I still got taken out by this wick, and yeah, that was that. So yeah, shitty day, but it is what it is. Next week we got no news Monday, no news Tuesday, and then we got a shit ton of news for Wednesday, Thursday. So Tuesday I'll probably be pretty ass. Monday I'll probably be pretty ass. But Wednesday and Thursday we should see some really good movement. Friday we got a lot of news as well. But yeah, we're sitting at $1,700 on the accounts, or just under 1,800. So still got room to work, but need to be a little bit careful now and just basically aim for a big ass payout by Friday, and hopefully get those other 2 accounts passed and get those rolling. And it is what it is. I can't complain. We're still up $2,000 on the week, so that wasn't a bad one. And you guys know, when I was making the video for this win here, you guys know I said I was like, I felt that was a very, very lucky win. And usually when you get those lucky wins, you end up paying it back, right? So that is kind of what happened, and I'm glad I didn't get fully wrecked off of it, but basically chewed through almost all the profit I made on that day. But it is what it is. Like I said, still a good week. First decent week in a while, so I ain't complaining too much, although it was a terrible day. We just got to keep moving forward, and this account's only been going for 9 trading days, so yeah, we're still just getting into it. We're getting back into the flow of things, and we're going to keep rolling for the rest of the month and into Q4. So that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up here. Hope you guys all enjoyed. As usual, if you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Have a good weekend, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.